everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new episode of What's in the What Flick Will Pauly Pick? Damn it, I've got to get that right. It's not Sunday yet. Yes, what flick will Pauly pick? Or what flick will everybody else pick Pauly to watch? Well, this week, 52% of you, lovely people, want me to watch Labyrinth with David Bowie. David Bowie? Yes, it's a film I've never seen. Yes, I've never seen it. Jim Henson. Love Jim Henson. We're going to watch it in 4K, so I'm going to watch it downstairs. I do have a few more bits of paper to go in the flick bin of titles that I've picked up this week. So I'll show you those towards the end of the video when we're going to pick out the next week's lot. But first of all, before we wander off downstairs, plod down and stick it in the old 4K player, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. Yesterday. Yes, yesterday the 13th. So thank you everybody who gave me a wishing, sent me pictures, wished me well. Also, thank you to everybody that wished Mama Bowman well as well, because I've just come back just this moment. I've just come back from hospital. I was actually in hospital on my birthday with my dad, going to see Mama Bowman. She's had a chest infection and she's got a leg ulcer, which they're wondering if it's cancerous. But we had a visit from the dermatologist, so we're maybe getting somewhere now, because she's had this on her leg for years, 3, 4, 5 years, and nobody's bothered to do anything about it. But yes, dermatologists on it. They're going to biopsy it. Couple of weeks time we'll get the results back, and she may have to have a skin graft. I suggested taking the skin off her bum. Dad agreed with me, because then she can get rid of her Kardashian arse. That's my dad's words, not mine. Fantastic. But yes, she is aware of everybody's wishes, so thank you very much everybody for wishing Mama Bowman a speedy recovery. She's going to be in there probably for about 3 or 4 days, and then I think she's going to be going to like a rehab village near us. Hopefully it's the same place she went to after she had a hip operation. Lovely food in there, heated floors, own room. And because she needs to learn to breathe better, and she needs to help walking better. So we'll see how everything goes, but I'll keep everybody updated. But yes, let's wander off downstairs, stick old Labyrinth in the 4K player with the 4K telly, and check out Jim Henson's Labyrinth, starring David Bowie.
What flick will Pauly pick?
Okay, so we are seated comfortably. I've got some Diet Pepsi in my Walking Dead cup. I've also got something called Percy Pig and Pals. Yes, from my brother yesterday. I think there's something like Sour Patch Kids or something, made with real fruit juice. Yeah, from Marks and Spencer's. Never heard of them, but we'll give them a try. Bob is here with me, as I've got some company. So let's begin then, and I'll give you my review and my thoughts after the film. Oh, yes. Did she just call him Hogwart? I probably should have had those baked beans earlier. Okay, so Labyrinth. Wow, yes. Definitely Jim Henson. Directed by Jim Henson as well. Very 80s-esque. So it stars Jennifer Connelly, I forgot her name then, really young. She must be about 15 or 16 or something. She plays a young girl called Sarah, who's left with the job of looking after her baby brother, little baby boy, in his crib while the parents go out to dinner or something. And she's fed up. And she wishes that goblins come and take him away. Your wish is my command. Yes, all of a sudden the baby's gone. The baby is now in the hands of the Goblin King, I think it is, played by David Bowie, with a very Lamal haircut. And he does this really weird thing with his hands, with like lots of little crystal balls or things. So what will happen is Sarah needs to get through this labyrinth of mazes in order to get to the castle, in order to get the baby brother. I think they have 13 hours to do it in. Flash, we only have 13 hours to do it. That's something completely different. Yes, so she has to get her baby brother back within 13 hours. Otherwise, he becomes one of the goblins. And along the way, she meets all sorts of weird, wonderful creatures, puppets, giant monsters. And one of the characters is a cross between Basil Brush and Captain Jack Sparrow. Very comedic as well, yes. So lots of characters. There's a goblin by the name of, I can't remember, Hobley or something. But she calls him Hogwart. I wonder if that's where J.K. Rowling got the idea. Yes. Very fantasy. Acting was good. David Bowie's acting, yeah, was okay for what the film was. It's obviously David Bowie, you've got to have some singing. Not overly done with singing, so that's good. But Jennifer Connelly, this must be one of her like early acting roles, but she kind of plays it from what I've seen, because I haven't seen Wizard of Oz, but she kind of plays it like Dorothy, you know, kind of like shouting everything. It's like, oh my God, we've got to get to the castle, quick, let's go this way. And is anybody there? You know, typical like American young over-exaggerating teen. But I guess that's what was written for her. But yes, 30th anniversary edition. The effects, some of the effects do actually look their age. Obviously, it's all mainly puppets and people in suits with helmets and things like that. Kind of some little places kind of reminded me a bit of Time Bandits, actually. But yeah, it was a good fantasy film. The picture quality was really good. For this is the 30th anniversary edition, and I saw it in 4K. There is grain, so grain haters probably won't like it. But the picture is sharp. The colours are nice. The colours are vibrant. The blacks are, really deep black when she goes down below ground into like caverns in the shadows. There was no banding or anything like that. There's a lot of shimmering as well. There's like crystal bits or diamond bits everywhere, all over the rocks, all over the floor. It kind of gave it a bit of a shimmering effect, which was quite nice because it gave it its added sparkle. The sharpness was really good on things like trees, and you could see like on the fabric, you could see all the buttons and patterns and things like that. So very clear. But overall, yeah, a much better transfer than maybe something like Superman, you know, even though Superman was older. But this is quite a strong transfer. So yes, it has grain, but there's a lot of detail. And I believe Sony are actually pretty good at actually doing transfers. So for a 30-year-old, 34-year-old film, yeah, it's a pretty good picture quality. The sound was in Dolby Atmos, although it didn't play out in Dolby Atmos because I have a Sonos play bar downstairs. But the sound was vibrant. There was lots of bass. I didn't get the full surrounds, unfortunately, but it did feel very atmospheric above and kind of in front and nearly to the side. But and the dialogue was really crisp and vibrant as well. Even Jennifer Connelly shouting. But yeah, all in all, yeah, I enjoyed it. Definitely something that I'll go back to watch again. I'll probably give it a go on the Blu-ray upstairs next time, just to see if I can get like the full surrounds and what kind of sound that we're getting. I don't know if the Blu-ray has got Atmos. It probably have something like DTS, you know, HD Master Audio 7.1 or something. But all in all, yeah, enjoyable. How would I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm going to give it 8.5. 8.5 big David Bowie hair cuts out of 10. Yes. So there we go. Fantastic Labyrinth. Brilliant. Okay, right. Let's go back upstairs. Let's go back to the flick bin. And I need to put a couple in from recent purchases the last week and a few deliveries. And we need to pick out 5 new movies that are going to be part of the poll for next week. Right. Let's go upstairs. Okay, so that is Labyrinth done. That's another 4K down. Brilliant. Right, let's go over to the flick bin and dig down deep and pick out another 5. But first of all, I need to put a few in. Right, okay, so here we are at the flick bin. If you're wondering what that squeaky noise is, it's this mount that I've got the phone on. I need to use my other mount. Anyway, so Labyrinth is done. Into the pot. So we've got some new ones to go into the pot. So we have Little Monsters, Ready or Not, Shaun the Sheep, because I haven't seen the original, Farmageddon, Shaun the Sheep, Abominable, and Gemini Man. Brilliant. And I'll be able to review that one in 3D. Fantastic. Right, so let me just fold them up and we'll pop them in the pot and we'll pick out, I'll give it a good old shake and we'll pick out another 5 for next week. Okay, so all of the new ones are in the pot. Just my luck if the bloody lid fell off, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Don't go overboard, Paul. Right, okay. Let's swip the camera around and then let's pick some 5 new ones for next week. Right, okie dokie. Anything stuck in the lid? Nah. Okie dokie. Oh, right, okie dokie. Here we go then. Right, oh, look at that. I've got the first one as well. What's the first one going to be? 12 Years a Slave. Okay. Not seen that one. Another one. Whatever that one is. What's that one? All Is Lost. Robert Redford at Sea, I believe. Oh, another one. Leave No Trace. Oh, yes. Has a daughter and father. Ben, can't remember his name. I think they have to leave their home or something. So that's 3. Should we pick that one inside there? So if we... Oh, this is tricky. Go on. You might be next week. Okay. Oh, Cold Pursuit. And Liam Neeson. And, oh, we're going to pick the last one. Let's have a good old rummage around. And I've got one. Oh, I've got several. Okay, what's this one? Isle of Dogs. Haven't seen that one either. Brilliant. Okay, that's a really good selection. There's no real major blockbusters there. So we have 12 Years a Slave, All Is Lost, Leave No Trace, Cold Pursuit, and Isle of Dogs. Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So that's this next week's selection. Get the week right, boy. That's next week's selection. So click up here. Bing, 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 bing. There'll be an eye icon. An eye. Eye. Yes, an eye icon. Which will pull down a little poll and then just select choose whichever one you would use. Yes, choose whichever one you want me to watch. So hopefully the vote will go well. I have no idea how the vote is going to go for next week. Sometimes you kind of get an idea of, oh yes, I want Paulie to see that one, you know, because it's big or he's not seen it. But I have no idea how the vote's going to go on that one. Could be anywhere. Could be close as well. Brilliant. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you can get all my latest updates and new videos and all that kind of shit. I noticed there's only about 49% of my viewers that are actually subscribers. What? So if you're not a subscriber, why not? You want me to come round there? I'll bring the boys round. Subscribe so that you get all the notifications and that you become part of the big Paulie bosom community. Because there's enough bosom to go around. Fantastic, yes. Comment and share. Stick down in the comments if you liked this week's Labyrinth. What you thought of Labyrinth. What's corny about Labyrinth. Is David Bowie a good actor? Or was David Bowie a good actor? God rest his magnificent self. Yes, we need a David Bowie biography. Yes, like Rocket Man. Fantastic. And I'll see you on next week's What Flick Will Pauly's Audience Pick. Gosh, shit, I'm going to have to change the title again now. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep it as What Flick Will Pauly Pick. Yes, because it's my hands, my dirty, grubby hands, that are actually pulling them out of the bin. So, yes, see you next week then. Bye. Bloody phone's going now. I should get a red light on the thingy. Recording in progress.